So in the case of national laws, we all know the famous cases that have made abortion legal for women in this country. We also know that state governments around the country have been defunding Planned Parenthood recently in a lot of ways. And it's a strong movement that's actually happened here in North Carolina and nationally even. I guess I just want to start and ask, Ratio Christi, do you think that they should defund Planned Parenthood here in North Carolina even more, or completely, or nationally completely?
I do think that they should defund Planned Parenthood. I think if any other nonprofit who was under the same allegations as Planned Parenthood is now under, they would immediately be losing all of their funding, because it would only make sense that malpractice leads to a loss of funding.
Do you think that them losing funding would hurt the overall goal of baby health in general?
Not
in the
at
long
all,
term?
not at all, because not only
of prenatal vitamins and things like that are proven to prevent miscarriage?
Not at all, not at all. And a couple of reasons for that. The first is because Planned Parenthood, while it is funded through the government, it is also can be privately funded. So it's not like it is just going to go away if it is defunded publicly. Also, for every Planned Parenthood in the U.S., there are 13,540 other low-cost healthcare alternatives. In North Carolina, there's 294 other low-cost healthcare alternatives and 9 Planned Parenthoods. So to say that getting rid of Planned Parenthood is going to take away all options for women is just completely false. Statistically, there are so many other options that even if Planned Parenthood was not privately funded and ceased to exist, there would be no impact in a negative way on women's health, on women's care, and so on. And so I think it's
Do you have a response
reasonable.
to that, FSA, about Planned Parenthood being defunded but have no impact on women's health?
Well, I know that the reasons they want to defund Planned Parenthood are abortion related, and no federal funding goes to abortions anyway, and it's only 3% of their services. So there is a lot of services that they provide to a lot of people that a lot of people have been counting on for decades, like STD testing, pregnancy testing, cancer testing, a lot of services for both men and women that people rely on these services, and people are saying that they do not want these services to be taken away. I think that these people should be listened to by their government officials.
Could you be specific about what kind of services that you're talking about?
STI testing, cancer screening, pap smears.
Planned Parenthood provides all
All right,
that.
I'm just clarifying.
People that were, like, few people that were shot in the recent,
I understand, I'm just clarifying.
there for that.
Okay, well, so in response to that, a couple things. The 3% statistic has actually been knocked out as a useless statistic. I was looking it up the other night. It's been blown up with a couple of, they use numbers in the incorrect way, so they use like levels to make it seem like less than it is. What we do know with actual numbers is that Planned Parenthood has performed 327,653 abortions in 2013, which is on dime of the U.S. taxpayer, to a staggering $54 million in an entire year, and that's about $1,500 per dead baby per day.
So we can't argue about facts here, right? Like, so she's saying that they don't nationally fund it, and you're saying that they do.
I'm saying that it does go
so
through
you're saying that it
as
does.
a nonprofit that is actually getting.
There's a fact that's true here, and it's one of them. It's not. I mean, I'm not saying so.
Well, a couple other things on that to finish that out. So they are getting federally funded, and they're actually making an income of millions of dollars a year, which doesn't happen with a nonprofit. So to say it's completely nonprofit and doing things in the most charitable heart, I don't agree with. I do think that it is an abortion business. I think that it's really important to know that 94% of women who stick with Planned Parenthood from the beginning to the end of their experience do get an abortion. I think that screams of the sway and the push. And one woman who is avidly for defunding Planned Parenthood, she actually lived through a 72-hour burning of a saline abortion. She was born alive. Her name is Jana Jensen, and she said, if abortion is about women's rights, where were mine? And then Melissa Oden, who had a similar experience of surviving a saline abortion at Planned Parenthood after her mother was forced, she said, based on how the women spoke to her in the Planned Parenthood, she said, as a fellow American and as a fellow human being, I deserve the same right to life, the same equal protection under the law as each and every one of you. Yet we live in a time where not only do such protections not exist, but my own tax dollars and yours go to fund an organization that has perfected the thing that meant to end my life. So I think that speaks for itself.
So is there any situation, FSA, where you guys think that abortion should be okay? I mean, under all situations, right? Or under any situation would it not be okay?
I think a woman has the right to choose. So liberally, yes, under all situations, but my personal beliefs I don't think are relevant. I mean, would I personally get one? No. Should I think you should have the choice to? Yes.
Yeah, I was personally I still consider myself personally pro-life, and I was adamantly pro-life for a very long time until I kind of like, after actually attending a March for Life, I kind of like changed my mind, because I just think that like, it's just not my choice. It's not happening to me. Even if I never get an abortion, it's still the constitutional right for that woman to get an abortion. And it's something that's been a constitutional right since 1973.
I have two questions for you, if you don't mind. The first one is, why wouldn't you get an abortion if it's not morally wrong? Why does it matter if you get one or not?
It's a personal choice. Keyword is choice. I mean, I think that I'm in a place of my life where I do have a supportive family. I do have income. I do have all the resources to take care of a child and give them a good quality of life.
But you don't think it's morally wrong?
It's not up to me.